An enemy's enemy is a friend. Written by Fairycrest. Read by Arashi. Hey, are you sure? Definitely, Alhaitham answered quicker than a bunny. Kaveh, his boyfriend of 3 months, and his best friend decided to have a double date together. The two wanted to introduce each other's lovers, and who is Alhaitham to say no to that? Here is Kaveh, proudly bragging about him. He's definitely going for it. And so, he wholeheartedly agreed. Anything for his most beloved. If Kaveh tells him he's a dog, then he will definitely be a wolf for his beloved. Really? What about work? Alhaitham's eyes coldly glanced at the people cowering inside the room, not daring to utter a single sound as their boss is talking to his lover. Don't worry, I haven't used up all my paid days off for this year yet, Alhaitham nonchalantly stated, causing Dea and Nilu to close their eyes and pray that no laugh, sigh, or even a single sound would come out of their mouth. What was that movie? A Quiet Place? Right now, they're a quiet office. Any noise that might make their boss's husband to be suspicious is bound to be the last sound they make before they'll be dragged to the depths of hell. Then, tomorrow, okay? I'll wait for you at my shop. Pick me up after work, okay? Yes, dear, be good, and I'll see you later. Yep, love you. I love you too, Dove. The instant Alhaitham's phone let out a beeping sound, indicating that the call had ended, only then did the people in the room relax. I want to hear no trouble that could cause this double date to be ruined tomorrow. Everyone bowed their heads in understanding. In short, no reports of gun wars or whatever. No, nothing. Tomorrow is a peaceful day, and a peaceful day it shall be. It was not a peaceful day. Kaveh smiled dazzlingly as usual, his blonde locks bouncing as he toddled happily over to his best friend, who was also all smiles, as the two buried themselves in each other's embrace, talking about how much they miss each other and what not. So, this was his best friend, Tainari, quite fitting of his florist occupation. In all green, his short black hair made him look youthful, albeit a similar age to him. He heard enough about this man from his lover that he could memorize everything with a snap. The man is treating his lover very warmly, like a sibling. Alhaitham found it adorable. Very endearing indeed. What's not cute and endearing is a familiar face standing in front of him, with the same look of surprise dawning in his face. Well, well, well. In front of him stands Detective Sino of the Matra department of Sumeru. The guy always after his ass, not literally, is standing right in front of him. Being a godfather of an underworld organization has its many opponents. The people of justice are part of those enemies. Take this guy, for example. Alhaitham is making his job easier for him, and yet he has still the nerve to find faults with Alhaitham just so he could be sent to jail. Albeit that man's organization and his go hand in hand with their goals. They don't carry the same method in reaching them. Alhaitham brings a gun. Sino brings a machete. See, how will they get along? And now they see each other on a double date? It's a small world after all. Alhaitham and Sino quickly pulled their lovers away from each other, without realizing what they'd done. An act of defense, per se. Alhaitham pulled Kaveh back and held his waist firmly, while Sino draped his arms on his lover's shoulders and gently retreated a step or two. Hey! The two simultaneously asked, as they glanced at their lovers in confusion. Only then did they realize what they did. You seem so caught up with each other. Aren't you going to introduce me to your friend? Fortunately, Alhaitham was quick on his feet and managed to find a road to make a U-turn to. Kaveh let out a small laugh. The laughter was enough to make Alhaitham even smile genuinely at Sino, much to his disgust. Hey, this is Tainari, the friend I always talk to you about. Tainari, this is my boyfriend, Alhaitham. A pleasure to meet you, Tainari. I've heard so much about you from Kaveh. Alhaitham smiled and shook hands with the black-haired man, much to Sino's displeasure. All good things, I hope. Tainari laughed pleasantly. Nice to meet you, Alhaitham. By the way, this is my lover as well, Sino. Tainari then gestured over to Kaveh. Dear, this is Kaveh, the one I told you about, and this is his boyfriend. Sino smiled, as if he didn't jab Alhaitham's abdomen last night in a brawl. Yes, I've heard, and Tainari tucked my ear off about you, Kaveh. Sino grinned, shaking hands with Kaveh. He always says many tinkering things about you. Tainari sighed, as he closed his eyes in resignation when he heard his lover's jokes again. Good one! Kaveh laughed gleefully at Sino's remarks. Did he say I like to tinker in my time off again? More than I can count. Alhaitham doesn't know if he should feel happy or downright annoyed, knowing that Kaveh is getting along well with the one person he can't stand most. A gentle smile revealing on his face as he watches his lover laugh so beautifully. It makes his heart sing. Sorry about my man's dying jokes. Tainari stood beside him, watching the two get along well. Tainari felt proud, knowing that his lover was someone his best friend easily got along with. Don't worry, Kaveh's having fun, so... Alhaitham could only smile. It's his turn to suffer from your lover's jokes. Tell me about it. Tainari sighed, as if the world was on his shoulders. As the jokes and laughter died down, the situation became comfortable, much easier. For Kaveh and Tainari, that is. Alhaitham admits, Tainari is a good person, the type he would easily get along with, sensible and mature. He understands why his lover loves his best friend a lot. It's his boyfriend that he can't stand. Sino, on the other hand, really enjoys Kaveh's company. Like Tainari mentioned before, the two of them were bound to get along at first meeting. His lover is never wrong. But he and Alhaitham's gaze met, and it felt like a fist fight was happening just from that gaze alone. So, Alhaitham, Tainari noticed the tension between the two and decided to find a way to divert it. Kaveh mentioned that you work in the palace as Madame Kusanali's secretary? Sino's eyes darted over to the silver-haired mom like a hawk. What bullshit. Alhaitham nodded before talking. Yes, I'm Nikita's assistant. I'm just a feeble scholar under her wings. Sino felt his back sting, the back that this feeble scholar kicked during the brawl. Then you must have met Sino at the palace then, Tainari gleefully continued. He works as a policeman and is stationed at the palace too. Alhaitham and Sino's gaze at each other then changed. Yes, I am familiar with him, which is why I was quite shocked when he was introduced. Alhaitham lied as easily as he breathed. We meet often. Every time there's a crime scene. And we exchange a few words. And many bullets. But that's all. What a coincidence! Kaveh beamed as he chewed on the fruit tart Alhaitham ordered for him, earning him a silent approval from Tainari. I know, right? Sino smiled as he refilled Tainari's cup of water when he finished it all off. The two men's lies were not the focus of the two friends' attention. Therefore, it managed to slip through. As the two friends were busy observing the other's boyfriend and the way they treat their most precious friend, their conversation continued, but Alhaitham would reply while he made sure Kaveh ate properly and even ordered more food for the two friends. Sino was the same. He kept his excuses at bay, but also made sure that his lover did not skip on healthy meals and delicious desserts. He even ordered takeout to give Tainari's daughter when they picked her up from school. All in all, the date was pretty successful. Sino was standing in the middle of the room, his eyes glancing at the corpse behind the figure standing in front of him. Dea and Nilu are immediately on alert, the people within the Matra doing the same. They were sure, any moment now, the two are bound to shoot each other like they did the other day. The palace will have an activity in Desheret's monument next weekend. Be sure to be there, so they won't be suspicious. Right. A few gangs have formed within your town. You should pick your lover up from his work. Alhaitham left the scene immediately, leaving Sino and the Matra to deal with the matters inside the building. Nilu and Dea exchanged glances with the Matra they just passed by with. "That's it? Where are the gunshots? The fistfight? The mocking?" A call stopped them from their trance, and even Sino's group was ordered to remain silent by Sino. "Yes, love?" Alhaitham's soft voice was then heard, making the Matra's eyes widen in fear. "Is that the scribe? Sleep over with Nadi? Now? Why so sudden?" Hearing his lover's name, Sino immediately approached to listen in. The Matra, facing the same situation as the people from Scribe, could only shake in their spots. Their general's lover was mentioned by their rival. "Yeah, okay. I'm with Sino. Actually, we're dealing with something for work. No, you can have Nari pick you up." "Okay. Yes. Bye. I love you too." The call ended, and Alhaitham's voice was no longer soft. "Sleep over at Kaya's." He glanced at the detective. "Now?" "Yep. They said to come there after work." Sino looked at the corpses once again, before sighing. "Ugh, wait for me. 1 hour." The two didn't talk, and left. Alhaitham waited in the car, and Sino was quick to finish his job. The old words are indeed wise. An enemy's enemy is indeed a friend.